Hello everyone, welcome back all of you. In the case of partial differential equation of first order, we had the discussion of formation and also the Lagrange's linear equation. So why linear? Because we are going to talk about the first degree. But in this session, we are going to talk about non-linear partial differential equations. So again, first order only, but we are going to encounter the degree of the partial differential equation greater than 1. So first order means we are going to have the terms like P and Q, and higher degree means we are going to have the degree of them is greater than 1. So like p power 2 q power 2 or p power 3 q power 3 or any power greater than 1. So that is going to be the higher degree. So in that also, as I said, we are going to talk about four standard forms only. So the standard form 1 is nothing but equation going to contain only p and q. So how we are going to approach that? If we have a question in the form of function p of q is equal to 0, so we have to substitute p as a and q as b, and our general solution will be z is equal to ax plus by plus c. But as we know that the first order partial differential equation, we are going to have the number of arbitrary constants is equal to 2, because we have two independent variables x and y. But as you can see that here the like number of arbitrary constants are nothing but a, b and c. So we have three arbitrary constants. So by making use of these substitution or with the help of quotient, we have to make these arbitrary constants as 2 only, because all the time we should have only two arbitrary constants. So let us have the look of the given problem. So the problem is dou z by dou y is equal to 3 times of dou z by dou x whole square. So first convert it in terms of p and q. So we have q is equal to 3 p square. So we have function of p comma q is equal to 0. So we are here. So we are given with the question function of p comma q is equal to 0. So we have to substitute p is equal to a and q is equal to b. So substitute q is equal to b and p is equal to a. So we have the expression as b, and directly we have to write the general solution. So the general solution will be z is equal to ax plus by plus c. But as I said, we should have only two arbitrary constants, but we have a, b and c. So either of three we have to, either one of three we'll have to eliminate. So we have the expression as b is equal to 3a square. So let us substitute b as 3a square. So we have the general solution as z is equal to x square plus 3a square y plus c. So we have only two arbitrary constants now, a and c, and the general solution z is nothing but function of x and y. So that's what we have to come up with, because we have function of x and y only with two arbitrary constants. So that is the main part, that your solution should have the only two arbitrary constants, or if we are talking in terms of arbitrary functions, so only one arbitrary functions, that is z is the function of x and y. So that is how you have to make use of standard form 1. And now let us talk about the standard form 2 also. So in the case of standard form 2, we are going to have equation that is going to contain p, q and z also this time. So instead of function of p comma q is equal to 0, we are going to have the problem as function of p comma q comma z is equal to 0. So you can see there that we are going to have p, q and z as well this time. So the substitution is going to be a little modified, that we are going to put p is equal to dz by dt and q is equal to a into dz by dt, where a is nothing but a constant, and the t which we are going to include here, that is nothing but t is equal to x plus ay. So this is the substitution we have to keep in our mind, and substitute p is equal to dz by dt. So dz by dt whole square z square plus q square is nothing but a into dz by dt whole square is equal to 1, and this is going to be a square dz by dt whole square. So let us take dz by dt whole square common, and we are going to have z square plus a square is equal to 1, and from here we have dz by dt whole square is equal to 1 upon z square plus a square. And if we take this square this particular side, so we are going to have dz by dt as 1 upon under root z square plus a square, and if we cross multiply, we are going to have the z terms together. So under root z square plus a square dz and is equal to dt, and if we integrate both the sides, and integration of square root of x square plus a square dx, it is nothing but x by 2 under root x square plus a square by 2 ln x plus under root x square plus a square or a square plus x square. So this is quite complicated, so all the time we are not going to get this much complicated integration at all, but as we are getting here, so let us write this. So under root z square plus a square, we are going to write it as z by 2 under root z square plus a square by 2 ln z plus under root a square plus z square, and on the right hand side integration of dt will be t and integration constant c will come. So or this integration constant, instead of c we can take it as b, and this t will have to substitute back as x plus ay. So t is equal to x plus ay, and we have integration constant b. So you can see clearly here that we are going to get only two arbitrary constants a and b in our general solution. So that is how you have to make use of substitution in the standard form 2 when we are going to encounter the equation which is going to contain p, q and z only. So now let us move to our standard form 3. And now in the case of standard form 3, we are going to have the equation separable form of f of x comma p is equal to g of y comma q, and also as I said, p is nothing but dou z by dou x and q is nothing but dou z by dou y. So we have the question something like p square plus q square is equal to x plus y, and if we take x terms together like x and dou z by dou x and y terms together like y minus q square. So we have this is nothing but function of x comma p, and this is nothing but function of y comma q. So that is f and this is g. So now if we have the equation separable form of f of x comma p is equal to g of y comma q, and that we are going to consider it as constant. So we are going to equate this is equal to a, and a is nothing but one constant. So what we have to do next, we have to take these two equations separately and we'll have to solve them. So p square minus x is equal to a, and also y minus q square is equal to a. So from here we have p square minus a is equal to x, and or we have to calculate p. So p is nothing but x plus a, and if we remove the square we are going to get the square root, and from here we have y plus a is q square, and if we remove square we are going to get q is equal to root over y plus a. So we have p and q with us, and now the general solution will be dz is equal to p dx plus q dy. And how we are getting this, for that also I have written one short idea behind it, that this is nothing but total derivative. So dz is going to be dou z by dou x dx plus dou z by dou y dy. So this we study in the total derivative part. So I have written just to make you understand that how we are going to write the solution directly as dz is equal to p dx plus q dy, because this dou z by dou x is nothing but p and this dou z by dou y is nothing but q, and if we integrate both the sides we are going to get z is equal to integration of p dx plus integration of q dy. So we have to write directly z is equal to integration of p dx plus integration of q dy, and integration of x power 1 by 2 is nothing but x power 1 by 2 plus 1 divided by 1 by 2 plus 1. So this is nothing but x power 3 by 2 divided by 3 by 2. So 2 by 3 x power 3 by 2. So this is nothing but x plus a whole power 1 by 2. So the integration will be 2 by 3 x plus a power 3 by 2 plus 2 by 3 y plus a power 3 by 2, and we are going to get another constant c. So I am naming that as b. So as you can see that we are going to get only two arbitrary constants a and b, or if we write in terms of arbitrary function, so f of x comma y is equal to 0, because this is nothing but z and this is the function of x and y. So this is going to be our arbitrary function. So that is how you have to deal with the problem in the standard form 3. And now let us have the look of our last standard form number 4. And the standard form 4, it is nothing but Clairaut's equation, and this is the simplest of all 4, because we are going to have the question directly in the Clairaut's equation form, and we are going to write the solution also directly, because we are going to have the question in the form z is equal to px plus qy plus function of p comma q. So most of the time we are going to get the question in this form itself, and if it is not in this form, we'll have to rearrange the terms, and first we have to get it in this form, and then we'll have to substitute p is equal to a and q is equal to b, and we are going to have the solution directly as z is equal to ax plus by plus function of a comma b, because p is going to become as a, q is going to become as b, and function of p comma q will be function of a comma b. So we are going to have two constants a and b in the general solution. So this is as simple as that. So first try to get this particular function in the form of z is equal to px plus qy plus function of p comma q. So let us write z minus px minus qy is equal to, and this p minus q divide right hand side. So this is going to be z is equal to px plus qy plus 1 upon p minus q, and if we compare it with our Clairaut's equation, we are having z is equal to px plus qy plus function of p and q purely. So now let us substitute p is equal to a and q is equal to b. So we are going to convert this function of p comma q in the form of function of a and b. So this is going to be our solution directly. So if the question is being asked from this particular format, we just have to understand the after rearranging the term, we are going to get the Clairaut's equation directly, and just by direct substitution we are going to come up with the answer. So there is again nothing much calculation, but you have to be very clear with our Clairaut's format. So that is all in all four standard forms, and now let us recap all the forms very quickly, so that we can have all the substitution in our mind very thoroughly. So in the summary of non-linear partial differential equations of first order higher degree, and in the standard form we had the discussion of four standard form. So standard form number 1, it is going to be function of p comma q is equal to 0. So the substitution will be p is equal to a and q is equal to b, and solution we are going to write it as z is equal to ax plus by plus c. As you are going to see that there are three arbitrary constants here, but with the help of problem given, you will have to convert the general solution only in the form of two arbitrary constants. And in the case of standard form 2, we are going to have one more variable z. So function of p comma q comma z is equal to 0, and the substitution is going to be a little modified, that p will be substituted as dz by dt, and q we will have to substitute as a into dz by dt, where t is nothing but a plus xy. And the solution, we have no direct general solution here, we will have to integrate both the sides, because we are going to have the complete integrals like dz and dt. So there we need not have to write the solution in the general form. So, and in the case of standard form 3, it is going to be the equation in the separable form of f of x comma p is equal to g of y comma q. So we'll have to equate that as a, and a is nothing but a constant, and then we'll have to solve these two equations individually, and we'll have to get the answer in the form of p is equal to something and q is equal to something, and finally the general solution z is going to be the integration of dz, and that is going to be integration of p dx plus integration of q dy, and this p and q we are going to get from after solving these two equations. And the final form, standard form 4, it is nothing but Clairaut's equation, and we have the direct standard equation as z is equal to px plus qy plus function of f of p comma q. So most of the time we are going to encounter this particular equation directly, but if it is not in this particular format, so with the little modification or little adjustment, we'll have to come up with this equation, because once we have this format, there is nothing much left. We'll have to substitute a like p directly as a, q directly as b, and our solution will be, instead of px plus qy plus function of p comma q, it is going to be converted as ax plus by plus function of a comma b. So that's how we have to deal with all four cases, and only substitution we have to keep in our mind, because the problem solving is not going to be much calculative here. So that is all for this particular session. If you have any doubt, you are free to ask in the comment section. Thank you.